Good afternoon. My name is Sakamuzi Zondo. This afternoon, I'll be making a presentation regarding the problem that I have identified in my college when responding to the assignment for this course. I'll be taking you through the presentation of what I have prepared for my presentation. The problem that I have selected for my presentation was around work integrated learning within the entire sector, however also making direct reference to what is currently happening at my college. The presentation layout, this is what I will be presenting on. This is what my presentation will be focusing on. I will be focusing on the identified curriculum problem, which also is making reference to my assignment number 1. The development of this presentation incorporates assignment 1 up to assignment 3. So all the elements of my presentation will be touching base on what I have done for my assignment 1, my assignment 2, and finally what I have done for the last assignment, which is assignment 3. Also, I will be touching base on the relevancy of the curriculum problem and its linkages to the industry. I'll also be looking at the articulation of issues related to the identified college problem. Lastly, I will look at solution to the problems and issues that have been cited. The identifying of the curriculum problem. As a college and as a TVET sector as a whole, there is an overall cutting across lack of service agreement with industries. This is the main challenge, or one of the main challenges around the work integrated learning program, that as colleges we find it very difficult to get service level agreement with industries for the placement of students and or lecturers. It is also very important for the placement of lecturers so that they also get the industry experience, because most of them have been out of the industry for many years and have spent almost a big part of their career in teaching and learning and in classrooms. And our classrooms are not equipped with the latest technologies and machineries that are currently being used at industries. For both, but mainly student placement is the topic of today. Now, with this as the main, for my part 1 of the challenges that have been identified, now the lack of service level agreement means that there are delays. There are delays in student placement, because if we don't have service level agreement after 18 months of theory, it means we are delaying the program and the completion time of their diplomas, because they cannot graduate without getting the additional 18 months of practical experience. So if we are not getting joy in the service level agreement with industries, it means there are delays in placing of students. Again, this also culminates in delays in completion of the program. A program that was supposed to take a total of 3 years might escalate or overlap to the 4th year because of failure of getting service level agreement with industries for placement of students. College policies on working conditions are also some of the contributing factor why we are not getting a signed level service agreement with industries, because most of our policies or our current policies on wheel program does not speak to all elements that are important for industries to touch based on. Number one, our policy has gaps in the insurance part for health and safety reasons. In a case where there are injuries at workplace and our students or lecturers are hurt, there must be a policy that covers them for injury on duty. Currently, we are still working on getting those, and it is a big problem for our industries, because as soon as our application for placement does not incorporate evidence that all of our students have been covered for cases of injury at workplace, they tend not to give us attention, they tend not to address us in that way. So the program gives students the opportunity to apply their theoretical knowledge, hone their technical ability, obtain inside information about their chosen professional, and immersing them in the real world professional environment. So if we don't get joy with this, there's a whole lot of elements of students that are not adhered to. Now, the articulation of issues relating to identified college programs. I'm looking at why will program exist. The small network of industries tie the college mains of one of the biggest obstacles. The lack of suitable resources for practical training. In other factors, it also culminates to the reason why this problem exists. The disconnection between the college curriculum and the demand of the workplace is a serious problem. And again, as I keep on saying, these are elements why we are faced with the existing problem. Locating the appropriate work placement is a challenging undertaking. Funding employment and possibilities that fit students' talent. Now, these are the things that when we address these challenges, these are the benefits that we will reap at the end. Now, due to the worries about preparation, liability, and lack of mentorship resources, relevant sectors are reluctant to place students. Now, this ties based on the existing of policies that covers for injuries on duty for our learners, and also having insurance at place, so for when they get injured, they can be attended to. And lastly, these elements limit the possibilities available to students, which affect the overall effectiveness of WHEEL program. So these challenges, if not addressed, they will limit students from benefiting from these wonderful solutions that we have. Now, the curriculum solutions that I'm bringing forward to counterfeit and mediate on the challenges that we have. I'm saying that perhaps if government can legislate and mandate state-owned enterprises to take TVET college learners, that can solve our problem, that can solve our biggest problem, because TVET colleges are institutions owned by government. We are an owned government education sector, and if government were to mandate its own SOEs and make them our industries where we place students, a lot of our problems will be reduced in that way. Secondly, industries to take the lead in curriculum decision. Now, if industries are part of the development of our curriculum, that will mean that whatever it is that as a college we offer to our student, it is exactly what is relevant and what industry is expecting and waiting to respond to. Now, if we address those things, then we will move to a place where promotion to importance of partnership between relevant companies and academic institutions to provide students with real-world problem-solving opportunities and hands-on experience. Now, all of this attended to, it will mean that the problems that we are faced with will be minimum, in fact, if none at all. Now, solutions for the identified problems. I've selected 2 solutions for the identified problems and how we should work on them. Number 1, industry involvement in curriculum development. That's solution number 1. Now, if we offer valuable insight into current market trends, future technologies, and skills that are required. So now industries, if they are involved in our development of our curriculum, we wouldn't have challenges of placement, because when we go out to the same industries for placement, they would know us and they have been expecting us to come with so many numbers of students because they've been part of the development of our curriculum. And secondly, state involvement on placement of students. Again, this speaks to government working with TVET colleges, mandating its SOEs to be industries that will take placement of students from lecturers, but then of course from colleges. But then of course we are not saying other independent independent industries are not a focus. They of course are a focus, but if industries that are owned by government are easily accessible, we won't have the problems that we have. Now, government can guarantee that students obtain meaningful experience and are expected to demanding and relevant work environment by establishing clear expectations. So now with the involvement of state-owned enterprises and involvement of government legislation and mandating them to take our students, they will be guaranteed the best environment by establishing clear expectations. Now, in my conclusion, I'm saying that it is crucial that industries intervally participate in determining the content and service provided by TVET colleges. It will guarantee that the instructions and training students get in line with the demand of the industry. Collaborations between business, SOEs, and educational institutions helps to close the gap between education and workforce and encourages the relevance and usefulness and use the course material properly. With those few words, thank you very much. This is the end of my presentation.